Hey everyone, I'm going to be continuing a live stream through Fallout New Vegas. I am currently in, let's see here, where are we? The RepCon building basement. I'm supposed to be doing a quest in here for Come Fly With Me. I'm supposed to be going upstairs to meet with the owner of the voice from the intercom. Instead, I am wandering around in the basement right now, just trying to explore this building. This is the area where there are super mutants that are invisible. There's not really a whole lot going on in this room. I think that's where I came down from. So I just took out a guy that's right over here. So I'm going to continue exploring, see what else there is down here. Now, if you haven't seen some of my other live streams, I have not played Fallout New Vegas in quite some time. In fact, since it was probably, since it came out. Hey, Augury. Yes, this is the Nightkin. Oh shit! Here we go. That worked out nicely. There we go. Got him. I do not need a rebar club, so we're going to exit there. I remember there's a bunch of these guys down here, if I remember correctly, and then you end up talking to one of them, I think. Large destroyed books. There's not really a whole lot of anything in this room, so we'll just continue forward. Oh, there's one right here. What difficulty am I playing on? I'm not sure I even set the difficulty. So, whatever default is, I guess. Let me take a look. I'm just on normal difficulty. So. Yeah, so, see, you got me excited, Augury. You said that this mission turns into a second mission, which I loved. Hi, Armand. How you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Doing Fallout New Vegas. Alright, let's see here. I'm going to continue down. I think I do need to get some aid here. My HP is low. I do not want to die. And speaking of that, I'm going to go ahead and save. I am doing pretty good, Armand. Just got back from doing a lot of traveling, actually. I was in Canada on business from Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Came back late around Friday night. Got him in around midnight, and then we left to go to Savannah for Memorial Day weekend. Just got back from that about an hour ago, so I've been neglecting my channel duties, so I figured in the meantime I'll jump on and do a live stream. I'm still figuring this stuff out. I have not done a whole lot of these, so alright, I'm gonna head on further down. There's another guy right there. Yeah, this is not working out well. Alright, we are switching weapons here because this is not. Oh man. There we still can't get him. Wow. I am almost dead. Yes, this is my first channel. Augury. Normally I just do videos. You know, which you guys see a couple times a week at least. But I'm trying to, you know, I've had a lot of people in comments ask to do live streams. I haven't done as many as I would like to do. Just don't have a lot of time. I don't have a lot of free time. I'm out of the house usually by 6:15 in the morning, get home around 7 at night, work on my scripts and do my videos, and then also try to play games in between. So, you know, it gives me something to do though. Healing powder. I don't remember a lot of this stuff. In fact, I don't remember playing Fallout with all these like healing properties. Like I said, I played New Vegas back when it first came out, but I was in college, so I kind of pushed through that game really quickly. I didn't do a lot of the side quests. Probably didn't do myself. I didn't do the game justice, really. Alright. I'm going to let my HP renew here for a minute. I'm also going to figure out which weapon I want to move and forward with. I'm going to go back with my 10mm pistol. I think there's another one down here. Weathered one. I'll do this one. And I'm evidently out of stim packs. So hopefully I'll find something good in here. Might as well take some vodka, right? You never know. Eat some of these Brahmin steaks that I'm getting here. Alright, so we're going to continue down, and I'm getting turned around here. I feel like you're supposed to keep on going further down, and eventually we get to the point where you come across one of these guys that talks to you. But I don't remember where it is. Nightkin Jailer, oh man. I'm not sure I am ready to take this guy on. Augury says, I wish New Vegas had a proper survival mode like Fallout 4 has. Alright, I don't think I can take this guy on. So I'm going to see if I can find another way around this other guy. Yeah, I never got a chance to get into the survival mode for Fallout 4. Oh, here we go.
Antler says you are the one killing my kin. Antler says you must die.
Antler.
You're mine.
Oh. See, I feel like before I used to be able to talk to him, but I guess not. And dead. Let's start that over. Maybe I killed too many of the Nightkin at that point. Alright, come on now. Alright, whatever. Nothing worth taking, as usual. Didn't I just come from over here?
What's that, Antler?
Yeah, here we go.
An assassin, more like. I say kill it, Antler, for safe sake. Hmm? Okay, Antler, I'll ask. Hi, human. Why you come here?
Antler.
I am in command of my faculties, in command of my troops. Antler guides me in all things, as I in turn guide my kin.
Oman wants to know what's my favorite game. Like ever, of any game I've ever played, is that what you're asking? Or like recently, whatever recently, my favorite recent game. I guess I'll tell you both. Probably Zelda Ocarina of Time is my all-time. The favorite game that I've played ever. My most recent favorite game that I played is probably Zelda Breath of the Wild. I'm a big Zelda fan, but I'm also a huge Bethesda games fan. I would say Skyrim's up there. Obviously Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas. And I've always been wanting, that's why I'm playing it right now, because I played through it, like I said, quickly in college just to beat it. Plus, whenever it first came out, there was, I don't know if you guys remember, there were a lot of technical issues with it. And I kind of forced myself through some of those before the big sort of patches came out for it. I really enjoyed Fallout 4. I did everything in Fallout 4. I mean, I played that game for hundreds of hours, but most recently, it's been Zelda Breath of the Wild. I put in probably close to 300 hours in Breath of the Wild now. I put another 150 of Skyrim on the Switch. So when you talk about by hours played, Skyrim is probably number one. I did 350 hours of Skyrim on the Xbox 360 back when it came out. And then I did, another 100 something now, 150 on the Switch. Just because it's great to jump in, do some quests, do some exploring, and it's crazy. After all these years and all the hours I played in that game, I come across new things. That's really why I'm so excited to get a new IP from Bethesda in Starfield. Kind of get that feeling that you got, playing maybe the Elder Scrolls or Fallout for the first time. Because it's never quite the same, even if it's another game in the series. I'm really excited for the Elder Scrolls 6. But it's not going to be the same as a new intellectual property from them where you're learning all the lore for the very first time. Do I prefer Elder Scrolls or Fallout? I kind of... So Augury asks, do I prefer Elder Scrolls or Fallout series? I kind of go back and forth. The more I play Skyrim, the more I say, I kind of like the world of Fallout a little better because it's post-apocalyptic. It's interesting. You can relate to that world a little more because we live in civilized society and we can imagine what things would be like if, there was an atomic or nuclear war and all the comforts of civilization went away. I mean, I live in the United States in Florida and it's currently 105 degrees outside. If we go back to a time where there isn't air conditioning and there's no power, I mean, it's kind of crazy. So there's a different sort of feeling playing a Fallout game But high fantasy is awesome too. So I really like I said, I go back and forth between the two. The more I play Skyrim, the more I want to go back to Fallout, and then the more I play Fallout, I want to go back to Skyrim, or I should say Elder Scrolls in general. Although Skyrim is probably my favorite one, even though it's sort of simplified, but that's also why it became so popular, I think, is because it's accessible to people that don't have to understand RNG mechanics like you do in Oblivion, and especially in Morrowind. So Bethesda understands that they're trying to appeal to a broad audience, and they also did that, I think, with Fallout 4, and I really enjoyed Fallout 4. It wasn't some groundbreaking game, but we hadn't played a new Fallout game in, 6 years by the time it released, 5 years, something like that, so I really enjoyed it. Anyway, so what we're going to do is continue this line of conversation here with this guy.
Who is Antler? Antler, the human asks about you.
I love talking super mutants.
All right. Yes, of course. Who Antler is not important to you. Antler wants that you deal with me. Me? I am devoted to Antler. But before Antler, Captain once. Last name Davison. First name... don't remember. I commanded a troop of Nightkin, the Master's elite. A great honor. Very proud. Something happened. We wandered the desert. Life without Master was hard. The others' minds going strange, going crazy. But then, I found us new Master. I found us Antler. Since then, everything's been
Yeah, I think this is when he needs me to get more stealth boys, right?
No trouble wanted? Too bad. Trouble finds you. You come here for a reason, human. Antler say so. You do as Antler says, or you feel Antler's horns. Good. Antler brought us here for a reason. Why was that, Antler? Right. A piece of paper. Shipment invoice. Hundreds of stealth boys sent here a long time ago. But stealth boys must be in the one room. One we don't search yet. The one we can't search.
So I think if I remember this quest correctly, it's going to be in the room with the ghoul that's been talking to me on the intercom that I need to go up and see anyway. I think.
A ghoul, but not squishy like others. This ghoul is tough. I thought Antler said, send my kin into that room, but 3 died. Ghoul is a crack shot and set traps too. After I realized I heard Antler wrong, so I locked the door to keep kin out and wait for Antler to tell me what to do. Then you come along. Antler says you are solution.
Alright, so Augury says, do you think hype ruins games? Like, I think Fallout 4 was overhyped, which led to bad reviews, as people were expecting too much from it. I really hope the same doesn't happen to Elder Scrolls 6. Well, it's kind of a loaded question. Yes, I do think hype can ruin games. I don't think it always does. I guess there's a couple points of this that I have, right? So Fallout 4 actually had, if I remember correctly, pretty good reviews. And that was part of the hype issue with that game, is that it had really good critical reviews, and I think a lot of people thought it was going to be something new and groundbreaking that pushed the series in a direction, kind of like Skyrim did maybe with Oblivion. There was a huge leap there. At the same time, like Zelda Breath of the Wild had incredible amounts of hype, incredible reviews, and it stood that, I think for most people that have played it, not everyone, obviously, but for a lot more people than you'd expect with a game with as much hype as it had, I think delivered on it. I mean, it really sold the Switch and got it off and running, so... as far as Elder Scrolls 6, I think Bethesda themselves right now have done a lot to sort of dampen any sort of hype for their games because of, just the things that have happened over the last 6 months with, obviously Fallout 76, with Blades. They've been doing some, shady sort of stuff. Not shady, but just like things that people don't like with microtransactions. Rage 2 kind of came and went. It's a first person shooter that's story driven, but seems like it's in sort of an empty world, and there's not a whole lot to do. It's kind of like Doom without the frenetic constant pace because you're going in between locations. Admittedly, I have not played it. I'll get around to play it, I think, at some point whenever it goes on sale. But they haven't had a real big hit in a while. At least Bethesda Game Studios, and then some of these properties like Prey and The Evil Within 2, even Wolfenstein. We don't really know how well those games have been doing. As far as the Elder Scrolls 6, there's no amount of downplaying how excited people are going to be whenever that game finally comes out, because it'll be 12, 14 years since the release of Skyrim, something like that, whenever it finally comes out. I mean, there'll be people that will have played that when they were a teenager that are in their freaking mid-30s with families. By the time it comes out, I'll be probably over 40 years old. It's crazy to think about it, but it's going to be hard to tell people, hey, don't be hyped for this game. When you've been waiting for that particular game for, a good chunk of your life, I think. There's going to be some people that played Skyrim when they were relatively young, and, it comes out 12 years later. That's more than a third of their life by that point. Hey, Manos. Welcome to the live stream. We're just kind of talking about some interesting things. Augury was asking me about hype as it relates to games, and we're in the middle of this quest right here in Fallout New Vegas, where I'm going to be helping him find these stealth boys that are here.
Atlas says we leave here as soon as we get stealth boys. Let me give you key. Antler had me lock the door. The ghoul inside, not expecting a human. Maybe he don't shoot you. Maybe he will.
Alright, so I got the key here. I don't know what's back here, though. I don't remember this. I just kind of remember talking to him. But I'm also going to save right now because I just got killed earlier. I don't feel like having to make you guys watch that all over again. Where does this go? So I'm just exploring right now. If you just joined the stream, there's a good amount of people here now, it looks like, watching. I don't remember a lot of this. I remember some broad points. Let's see. Augury says, you played much Fallout Shelter? They've done quite well with that game. Microtransactions aren't shoved in your face or forced. I did play Fallout Shelter a lot when it came out, and I think you're right. They did a really good job with that game of making sure that it did not feel forced. It's really hard to get that balance, especially when you're, what was that? It's really hard to get that balance, especially when you're catering to more hardcore gamers, people that have, sit down and play for hours at a time, know the lore, know the characters. But that was one of those things where, hey, it's at the middle of an E3 conference, and, oh, by the way, here's a new game that we're releasing, and it's free, and you can play it offline, and it's not going to force you to pay any money if you don't want to. I mean, they kind of hit nail on the head when they said, we made a game that we would want to play. Because you remember, back then, there was a big issue with people wanting to be able to play games and not having to have an internet connection. They sort of did a 180 on all of those things when it came to Elder Scrolls Blades. And I did a review on it not that long ago, but I still play it. I'm at level 25 or 26 maybe, but you can't be invested in it, I don't think. Yeah, so Mano says, is this the place under the ghouls who are trying to launch a rocket? I'm not sure. I think it is the rocket place, but I don't remember that. Right now I'm trying to get to the top and meet this ghoul. Obviously, I'm also trying to get the stealth boys from the Nightkin. Manos says, yeah, Shelter is mild as far as freemium games go. It seems they went the other way around with Blades. Yeah, 100%. And yeah, do you remember when Bethesda used to be the good guys? I mean, that was literally not even 2 years ago. Remember the Save Player One thing that they did? Not even 2 years. What was this? The Game Awards 2017? They had that whole thing. Yeah, they've certainly gone in a different direction. And I don't know if that's from ZeniMax, if that's just the reality of the cost of game development, especially when you're talking about a game like maybe Starfield that has been in development for a really long time, and they need to start recouping the costs, especially if something like Fallout 76 isn't bringing in the amount of money that they thought it was going to. I mean, who knows? All right. But I think Bethesda will get back around. They're going through a rough patch. I think that we're going to see them, if if they have a good PR agency, will acknowledge at E3 this year that they've kind of screwed up on some things, and they'll start winning back some of that fan support. All right, let's see here.
All right, Smoothskin. I'm letting you in. You better watch yourself. I'll sure as hell be watching you.
All right, in we go.
God, but are you ugly. Get upstairs and talk to Jason before I throw up just from looking at you. Your pranks won't work on me, Smoothskin. They won't work on Jason either. Stop wasting my time, Smoothskin. Go waste Jason's.
So Manos says, I still won't judge until I see Starfield. Every company is entitled to a bit of cash grab. If Starfield is a huge single-player game, it's all good. Yeah, and, I did a video on the microtransactions deal, right? If they want to sell you different freaking weapon skins or whatever in order to help make a little more money, I am fine with that. I don't really like it if it's not shoved in your face. I think Fallout 76 isn't bad about that, because you have to go out of your way to go to the Atom Shop, really, before you even go into the game. Once you're in the game, you're not, it's not in your face. It's not offensive. I'm fine with that. If they, before you log in, or not log in, God, I hope you don't have to log in to Starfield, but as you start the game, or maybe there's an in-game store that you have to go out of your way to get to. Maybe it's on a planet or some vendor. I don't know. I'm fine with that, but anything more intrusive than that, people are going to be pretty upset. All right, let's see here. I got to find this Jason guy.
Sorry, we don't talk to outsiders. Talk to Jason if you have business here.
So let's head on upstairs. There he is.
Hello, Wanderer. Please forgive us our humble surroundings. Our true home awaits us in the far beyond. Have you come to help us complete the great journey? And they've been shooting them down like animals, haven't they? Those ghouls were members of my flock, even after the madness consumed their minds. We never let them wander free. We kept them safe on the first floor. We kept them contained. The demons must have let them out, somehow. And now they are lost forever, denied the salvation and healing glow of the far beyond. Please, Wanderer, Bear in mind that every feral ghoul you spare now is one that we can save later. Once the way is clear, our feral brothers and sisters will accompany us on the great journey. If there are any left.
Alright, so Manos says, yeah, Fallout 76 is fine, although I'm pretty sure they originally intended to sell you perk card packs. Yeah. It'll be interesting years down the road if we find out if that's the case. Because they sure do seem like, I mean, if you ever played an Electronic Arts game, man, those things are exactly like that. In fact, when they showed that at E3 and you see them unwrapping those perk card packs, everyone was just thinking, oh, here we go. But they didn't. They resisted the urge. Alright. Let's see here. It's demons. I imagine he's talking about the Nightkin.
The demons appeared from nowhere. Except it might be more accurate to say they never actually appeared at all. The demons are invisible. Where one of them stands, the most one sees is the air shimmering, like sunlight on water. They set upon us as we were on our way to worship one morning. We had just entered the basement. My flock fought bravely and killed a few, but at such cost. Nearly half of us died or went missing. The rest of us retreated up here. One of the demons raved at us, but they have not tried to attack us since. Still, their demonic presence brought all progress towards the great journey to a standstill. But now you have come. Once again, the Creator has sent a human to help us across a seemingly insurmountable obstacle.
Monos says, Starfield is going to have a store. That's pretty much guaranteed judging by current trends. Honestly, I don't care as long as the game doesn't have any paywalls. Oh man, we are going down a dark path if we have to worry about that. Oh, it makes... Man, that would be bad. I'm expecting from Starfield maybe a store to buy some cosmetic stuff, but other than that, I'm willing to play it like I did Oblivion, Fallout 3, New Vegas, Fallout 4, Skyrim. You just go in and get lost in that world, learn about the lore. I think they know that. They'll sell 20 million copies of the game if they don't screw that up. Alright, let's see what he says here.
Over the intercom. Threats of death should we step outside. Guarantees of safety should we stay locked away. It went on for hours, and did not always make sense. But that was the first day only. Since then, silence. Will you drive away the demons, Wanderer? Praise the Creator. Bless you, Wanderer. Bless us all. As soon as the underground has been rid of demons, preparations for the great journey can resume. Is the way clear?
Let's find out about this great journey. I think Monos, was it you that said it in there? This is the quest that they want to take off. I think that you're right. I think this is it.
We wish to escape the barbarity of the wasteland, especially the violence and bigotry of its human inhabitants. The Creator has promised to my flock a new land, a place of safety and healing, a paradise in the far beyond. Preparations for the great journey were nearly complete when the demons appeared.
Alright, Mano says it's going to have a creation club type thing, man. Come on. It's going to sell you guns, armor, and spacecraft or whatnot. I just hope it doesn't sell XP boosts, money packs, and other time-saving crap. I disagree. I don't think it's going to have all that stuff. I think it might have creation club, but that's mods. I mean, there'll be that's fine. You don't have to get into it. There's a lot of people that play Bethesda games that never get into mods. And it's good, I think, that they even have that. It gives people that spend the time on mods a way to make some money on it. I have nothing against that. The way Bethesda has decided to implement it obviously is controversial. But I really don't have anything against that. And there's a lot of people, like I said, that aren't going to even dive into that. Maybe you play the game through a couple times and then dive into it. that's not really the same thing as doing, like you said, XP boosts, money packs, and other time-saving stuff like Ubisoft or Electronic Arts games. If that happens, yeah, that's not good. I will be incredibly disappointed if that's the case. And then Augury said, anything you think is required from Starfield for it to be great? I think that's what you're trying to say. I mean, there's so many things from a Bethesda game standpoint that I love. You know, dialogue options like this, like I'm playing right here. Lore is a huge thing. Just exploration. I love just exploring and finding new locations, and then there's be some kind of lore that ties that location to the overall broader world. Like this quest I'm doing right here, it's pretty awesome because, you know, I'm dealing with the Nightkin in the basement that want me to get the Stealth Boys, and up here they're trying to get me to kill the Nightkin in the basement so they can, you know, do their great quest. And just walking around this location, this used to be a rocket factory or something in the previous world, and then you can, you know, read terminal entries and other things like that, and it really just fleshes out the entire world as you continue to explore. Alright, so Manos, since you mentioned Ubisoft, I have played Origins and Odyssey, and I must tell you I didn't even notice there was a store at first. Yeah, I will definitely give you, what's the most recent one? Or most recent one was Odyssey. Origins I played for a good amount of time. Because it was ancient Egypt, and I find that really interesting. So, and one thing I really enjoyed in that game, and I wish they brought it back for Odyssey, was the kind of like historical mode where you could just wander around the game world and learn history of ancient Egypt. I mean, I was a history major. I have a degree in history. So, so I found that incredibly compelling because it brings that ancient Egypt to life in a way that really no other medium can. And I don't know how successful it was because they didn't bring it back in any way for Odyssey. But going off on that rant, I should agree with you that, yeah, there is a lot of microtransactions sort of hidden, especially in Odyssey. But I didn't really have, like you said, people complained Odyssey was too grindy, forcing you to buy an XP boost, but I didn't notice that. I hit max level well before finishing the main quest. I haven't finished it yet, but I kind of agree that I didn't notice it. I think people that were trying to force their way through the main quest without doing any of the side stuff probably ran into that issue, but that's really no different than, you know, an old Japanese role-playing game. If you don't do side quests and you don't grind out, you know, in the wilds, you're going to hit that wall. And I guess Ubisoft decided to find a way to, hey, let's allow these people to kind of push forward without doing those quests or grinding. But I sort of agree with you there. I just meant generally, Ubisoft is nowhere near as bad as, say, Electronic Arts and some of these other companies, but they do put that stuff in their games. Although, yeah, it's not gonna kind of hit you over the head with it. Yeah, if you rush the main quest in The Witcher 3, you're gonna have a bad time. I mean, the main quest in The Witcher 3 was pretty good, but it wasn't amazing. The side quests are really what made that game. There were so many memorable side quests that really fleshed out Geralt and his companions, and they all kind of intertwined with the main quest and how you moved the story forward. But, you know, even like the DLC for those for Witcher, those were amazing. And then that's the kind of DLC that makes me excited. Those quests, the writing, the storytelling, the dynamic nature of what CD Projekt Red does has me really excited for Cyberpunk. So I'm expecting that Cyberpunk's coming this year. I'm expecting that to be the game that I play this fall, probably a lot, and maybe some, you know, whatever Nintendo comes out with. I am a pretty big Animal Crossing fan, and my wife is looking forward to playing that game. So I'm sure I'll be splitting some time between that and Cyberpunk. If Cyberpunk doesn't come out, then it's probably just Animal Crossing for me. And maybe Luigi's Mansion, and then there'll be some other games. I'm still holding out hope for a Fallout 3 remaster, but who knows. Yeah, man, this fall, I do think Cyberpunk's coming out this fall. Maybe winter, or early 2020. They're saying that this is the biggest E3 conference they'll have, which means to me, Cyberpunk's coming out before next E3. So, all right, let's move forward here. I haven't dealt with the demons yet. Who are you? Will you make the journey?
The means by which the great journey is to be accomplished are an article of faith, not to be discussed with outsiders. You're referring to Chris. I doubt you had much luck if you tried telling him that he's human. We had the same discussions when he first appeared, and the same lack of success. He believes he is one of us. Soon enough we realized that Chris was a gift from the Creator. He is integral to the success of the great journey. Let me know when the underground has been rid of the demons.
So I gotta see if the stealth boys are up here, right?
Go bother Jason, Smoothskin. I don't like having you around. Good riddance.
Let's see. Alright, thank you. Stealth boys are not here. I can't remember. So I'm trying to remember where it's in. Where is that? Is that in the basement? Do you remember where the stealth boys are, Manos? I don't feel like wandering around for 2 hours looking for this. Yeah, so Mono says, I remember there's a place you're supposed to find them underneath, and then somehow the quest points you to that Black Mountain area. It's been so long. Yes, it has been so long. I don't have that. Alright. Maybe it's back downstairs. Oh shit. So he did open this up.
Antler sings for stealth boys. Have you found them? Keep looking. Antler wants Nightkin to have them.
Alright, so I'm going to head down here, because I did open this door earlier, but I don't know where it goes. So maybe they're down this way. Oh Augury said, recently started an Oblivion playthrough. It's crazy that after you leave these games, after a while, you miss them so much. Yeah, you're right. And I haven't played, like I said, it's been almost, 8 years since I played Fallout New Vegas. I feel like I'm experiencing all this stuff for the first time. It's like, I vaguely remember some of these things, but it's like I'm playing the game again. And I know that there's something that happens, and I kind of, whenever it happens, I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that now. But hey, it's the next best thing. I can't use Fallout 76 in its current form as a game that I can just kind of explore and go at my own pace and enjoy it the way that I like to in Bethesda games. I'm not going to do this right now. So we are looking for stealth boys. So this is where they do the launch. But I don't know where the stealth boys are.
Hello? Who's down there?
That's none of your business, Smoothskin. Jason was very clear. Get rid of the demons, then report back. He didn't tell you to poke around down there. Got it?
Get moving.
Yeah, so Mano says, the manifest is in the area with the countless traps and a solo ghoul guarding it. I don't think I found that yet then. Actually, maybe I did when I was exploring. I can't remember. Oh, here we go. I'll have to go back up, I guess, and check out my local map. Spacesuit helmet. Alright, so I'll head back up here then. So we're still looking for the stealth boys. I cannot remember where they are, but they're here somewhere. So I know this is upstairs, so I guess it would be over here somewhere. Somewhere else in this building. That's the Repcon Research Labs. I wonder if it would be over there. So where's that place where you first encounter the Nightkin? Is this it? I don't remember. I haven't played it in like a week. think I already read all these. Yeah. There's nothing else up here. Oh, there's a door. Ah, of course. So you think it's underground? Yeah, you're right. He does get upset if you kill them, because I did that earlier. So I have to run from them, I guess. So what I'll do is head back downstairs. I think there was one really high level Naikin that there's no way I would be able to take out. But if he's in there in a trapped room, let's see if we can find it. You said left. Never mind. Oh shit. Now I'm turned around. I think this is the one that I was wandering around here and there's a guy that... Let's see if I can get through here. Nope. I'm making a run for it, so I don't kill too many of these guys. And there's nothing in here. I don't think. It's not there, by the way. Go back. Yeah, thanks. I'm running. Trying to escape. All right. He's following me. They're not here. Oh no. Alright, I don't think it's down here. I gotta find a way back up. Alright. I don't see any ghouls' friends down there though, man. Kill the ghoul at the bottom. Where's the ghoul? killed. I just need to get away from this other guy. I think it's the last Nightkin left. So, Augur, you're saying it was down there somewhere? Oh, that's the plot twist. You only find a manifest that tells you they've accidentally been sent on Black Mountain. So the manifest is down there somewhere? Oh, here we go.
Come and get it, you big dumb. Hey, you're not one of those things out there. Who the hell are you? And I bet he told you it's the Creator's will for you to risk your ass instead of him, right? Well, good luck with that. I'd give you a hand, but no thanks. I may look like a corpse, but I'm partial to living. First off, I'm not trapped. This was a tactical choice, alright? I'm no match for those things out there. So I found a good defensive position, and I've been defending it, right? Oh, who am I fooling? I'm trapped. Name's Harlan. Pleased to meet you. What happened was, I was escorting folks down to work when those things attacked us. Most of the fight was upstairs, but some folks panicked and made for the basement, and I went after them. Well, turns out there were even more of those bastards down here than upstairs, and things went to shit fast. I couldn't find the others, so I fell back to this room, set up a nice little kill zone. End of story. Guess the outfit gives that away, huh? I never did buy into that religious mumbo-jumbo with the robes and all that shit. It gets lonely out in the wastes, okay? And I don't have to tell you that Bright's group has got some fine-looking goulettes in it. Or maybe I would have to tell you.
Goulettes.
Anyway, I helped them out, and they kept me supplied with ammo and pleasant company. Huh. Well, you're polite. I'll give you that. If this was just between you and me, I'd do as you ask. But it's not. I had a friend with me when those mutant bastards came out of nowheres. She panicked and ran the wrong direction. Further into the basement. She's probably dead. But I ain't leaving until I know for sure. I'd have gone looking myself, except I wouldn't last a minute out there. You, on the other hand, seem pretty resourceful. Find my friend, and I'll get out of your way.
So she's probably going to appear in that area that I was just wandering around in, I'm sure. Alright.
Thanks. Let me know what you find out. Here's hoping she's okay.
So I imagine she's further down in here. She's going to appear now.
What was that?
So how am I supposed to get in there? Did I check the room behind Davidson? Yeah, I think that's where I went down. Oh, you know what? That could be what it is. Alright. Run. Oh my god. Alright. There wasn't anything in there before, but I guess maybe it's triggered after you talk to the ghoul? I don't know. Let's go look. Oh, I gotta kill that Nightkin to get the room key? Is that what you're saying, Augury? Oh, man. Alright. See, what I gotta figure out is that the room I need to get into? Let me go talk to Davidson again real quick, since I'm up here anyway. Where is he? Yeah, I don't know. We're all doing this again for basically the first time, man. All right, let me talk to Davidson here.
Antler sings for stealth boys. Have you found them? Find
No.
them.
The only thing that was down here was... Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and kill that other Nightkin, I think. Because this is further in the basement, but I was already here and I explored all this, and there was no ghoul down here. But I know David gets upset at some point when you kill. There's only one left for me to kill here, and it's that Nightkin that's probably too powerful for me to kill. Yeah, there's nothing else down here. Swedish Potato says, "Hi, dudes." What's up, man? And women. Yeah, I don't think there's any women on here. But you never know. Yeah, so there's no ghoul down here. I gotta go back up. I guess I'm gonna take out that Nightkin, or I'm gonna try. Yeah, the Nightkin with the flamer probably has the key. And he's... Yeah, this will be interesting. I'm going to be, see how many times I die before I can kill this guy. Pickpocket, maybe? I don't think my stealth skill... I'm only level 6 or 7 at this point, I think. Probably shouldn't even be in here. But I'm sort of following along with the main quest. Try to get a stealth bonus. Okay, yeah, let's do that. I think I might have something in my inventory that I can use. Where is it? Down here, right? Alright, here we go. Well, first of all, I'm going to save. Well, let me see. Sorry, I'm level 8. You skipped lots of stuff. Swedish Potato says, "Am I the only one playing New Vegas while also watching New Vegas?" I don't know. I'm watching the stream, sort of. So maybe both of us are, right? Alright, so I just saved. Now let's look through here and see what items I can use. Maybe if I use a Stealth Boy plus... I think I had something in here. Actually... do need it. There we go. Well, the only thing I see is the stealth boy, so maybe I can stealth up to him even though he's stealthed? I don't know. Well, maybe I should just get drugged up and just go at him. Alright, here we go. Now let's go to weapons. I'm gonna get a sneak VATS attack. I don't think I can do VATS whenever they're stealth boyd though. Can I? Yeah, see, it doesn't let me even do it. I have 0 chance to hit. Maybe I haven't updated anything yet. Alright, well, not good. Where is he? Got him. Alright, let's go see what he had on him. The jail key. There we go. I don't need that right now. Alright, so let's head down. Hopefully we can free this person. Get this quest knocked out. Let him know the bad news. Alright, game. Could let me find it first, whatever the bad news is. Which did I walk past it? Or is she just not here? Oh, yeah, I just didn't see. Alright. So I'm going to head back up there now, see if we can find that manifest for the stealth boys. I don't know how many times I've walked through this thing now, but it's still confusing as hell.
you find my friend? I see. Well, spare me the details. Damn it. I'm gonna miss that crooked yellow smile. Alright. You did your part, so I'll do mine. Look around up here if you want. I'm gonna make a break for topside.
Carthakian says, may Todd bless you. Yeah, maybe. Oh, shit. The traps. And that's great. Thanks a lot, guy. You know, I should go ahead and just use some stim packs. There we go. Dear Robco Supply, first off, let me say that everyone here is really excited about the merger. It's super to be part of a company as exciting as Robco. Have we got some kinks in the supply chain? Yesterday, a bunch of crates got delivered here containing 2 gross of devices called Stealth Boys. Is it okay if I ask what these things are? Do they really make you invisible? That sounds wild. What will Robco think of next? Well, you know, if the shipment came here by mistake, no problem if it didn't. I bet you can have a lot of fun with these things. Shipment sent back. Here we go. We're sending back 2 crates of devices labeled Stealth Boys back to you. According to the manifest, each crate contained 1 gross 144 of the devices. As a result of employee misbehavior, not mine, one of the crates was open and is missing 5 Stealth Boys. Sorry about that. Workplace misbehavior. In light of yesterday's upsetting events, all employees are hereby directed to give a thorough reading to RepCon's sexual harassment and workplace behavior policies. Also, while it is not explicitly stated in the employee handbook, unauthorized use of military hardware against fellow employees is grounds for immediate termination. All right. Augury says, the lack of end quest rewards in Fallout 3, New Vegas, and Oblivion annoys me. You only ever get lackluster caps or gold. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of of the opinion that the journey in these games is part of the fun. Finding these things out, learning all this lore, what happened with these Stealth Boys, all that sort of stuff. It's pretty, I don't know, it's interesting to me. I would say that Skyrim does a pretty good job of, at the end of a really long dungeon or something to that effect, you do really, you know, I guess you do get a sense of completion, because it's a little different though when you're walking through a cavern space for an hour and a half fighting people off, killing enemies. They got to give you something for that, because there isn't really a whole lot of lore to explore. All right, come on. This is the other way around. Yeah, it's up here. Why can I not find this guy now? I hate this area. I cannot wait to be done with it. I'm just going in circles and somehow not finding where I need to be. Yeah, this sounds like there's a cat in the background. I do have a cat, and he is in here meowing. Well, I should say my wife has a cat. Alright, I'm losing my mind here. Where the hell is this guy? How am I missing Davidson? You know what, I'm going to keep on going back this way. I could have sworn it was over here. It is. I know it. There he is.
Antler sings for stealth boys. Have you found them? Liar! The invoice said stealth boys here. Antler
Read
read
it
it out
out loud
loud
to
to
me.
me. But invoice note said stealth boys were here. Why can't that note be true? What, Antler? But human could be lying. Is stealing the stealth boys for itself. Oh, Antler, you trust so easy. Your lucky day, human. Antler, believe you. Nightkin will follow the new note to find stealth boys. Better be there.
Alright, so now I can finish this quest off finally. You guys are talking about Swedish Potatoes, talking about how Fallout 3 has DLC to continue after the end of the game. Yeah, I'll tell you what, when I first played Fallout 3 and that ended like that, I was pretty upset that I couldn't continue. And you kind of had to always be at the end of the game. I don't know what they were thinking with that. They knew that they were going to be doing DLC. I don't know, I didn't understand it, but... Okay. Just gotta find this Jason guy. I think he's upstairs, right?
Hello.
Here he is.
Is the way clear?
The demons are gone.
Praise the Creator, and bless you, Wanderer. The way is clear. I will lead my flock through the basement to the sacred site. I hope you will come find us there, Wanderer. There is much to be done.
Sure. Oh, great. Oh, perfect. And Fallout New Vegas just crashed. Reminds me of the first time I played the game. Augury said, Fallout 3, New Vegas, and Oblivion do a good job at giving you unique weapons. Most are pretty useless, but it gives a sense of originality to it. Yeah, and that's the other thing, is that sometimes you find a really, really, really awesome weapon that is just perfect for your playstyle. But most of the time they give you something, I mean, they don't know how you're going to play, right? What weapons that you like. So you have to have a variety of things. And if nothing else, it's about inventory management. You know that it's a really good weapon. You're not going to use it, but it's worth a lot of money. So do you take it with you, right? Alright, so now let's try this again. Thank God for autosave.
Hello.
Is the way clear? Praise.
Alright, let's try not to crash again now. Can't wait to be done with this RepCon facility, guys. They've got the gear on. Oh, I love it. I vaguely remember this. Yeah, Swedish Potato says, yeah, like the Gauss rifle unique in New Vegas is really awesome. See, I don't even remember. I can't wait to find it as I continue to play through this game.
Hey.
All right, come on, guys, let's go. So we're going to see these ghouls, I guess, launch rockets. See what happens. Karthikeyan, I hope I'm not butchering your name. I hope Starfield doesn't have a loading screen on every door. Will really help the immersion.
Hey there. Hey.
Yeah, you're right. I think that I would be very surprised if Bethesda releases Starfield in a state anything like what we had with, you know, Skyrim or even Fallout 76. I think the world will be seamless.
Hey. Hello.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get there. Maybe the game will get them to catch up to me because they're walking too damn slow. All right, here we go.
I waited to speak with you one last time before I descended to the launch pad, Wanderer. I want you to know that we will remember for all eternity how you delivered us to the threshold of the great journey. Our preparations are nearly complete, but the rockets that will carry us to salvation are yet missing vital components. If you would still help us, Wanderer, speak to Chris. He can tell you what is missing. There is no way that we can thank you enough, Wanderer. Your arrival here was a blessing. We will remember you always. Yes, the rockets will convey us to our promised land in the far beyond. Vision upon vision.
Yeah,
has confirmed
I
it.
bet. Should I say this? No.
After all that you have done for us, I suppose you deserve to know everything. When Chris came to us, we tried to convince him that he was human. But this only angered him. He seemed lost. We decided to let him stay with us for a few days, over the course of which we learned that his technical skills far surpassed our own. It became clear that the Creator had sent him to us, to ensure the success of the great journey. Equally clear was that Chris should labor in blessed ignorance of his humanity.
Oh, yeah.
And his
course.
inability to make the journey himself. It is no coincidence that two humans have been vital to the success of the great journey. It is my belief that the Creator sent you and Chris to expiate the sins of your kind against mine. You are redeemers both. There is no way that we can thank
All right,
you
so I
enough,
got to figure out what
Wanderer.
the components
Your
it is that they're
arrival
missing,
here was a blessing.
so we can see this thing
We will
through to
remember
its
you always.
natural conclusion.
Yes. Jason says that I am to cooperate with you on the final tasks necessary to launch the great journey. Obviously, it's taken months, but I've nearly got them in working order. Soon they'll take us to the far beyond. I was skeptical at first, of course,
Being a man of science, yeah.
Jason is certain, and I believe in Jason. I was close to completing work on the rockets before we were driven into hiding on the top floor. 2 components were missing. A quantity of isotope 239 igniting agent and a set of thrust control modules. The igniting agent is highly radioactive and decays quickly. That's why we can't use the drums that leak down on the launch pad. It's no longer potent enough. I need you to find an intact, shielded container of the igniting agent.
Hey, Swedish Potato, thanks a lot, man. He said, gotta go, but you got a new subscriber. Hey, man, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Won't even launch without them.
Alright, so I'm gonna pick one of these.
All right. Anything else? Repcon has been ransacked so many times by scavengers, it's hard to know where the components might turn up. If they turn up. Jason has mentioned some industrial ruins to the east that are supposed to be highly radioactive. Later.
Alright, so now I've got... Oh, man, this is gonna take... Let's see here. So I have to go out to the east, and that's why they let you come back quickly right here, obviously. A highly radioactive area. Alright, so where am I on the map now? So I gotta go out there. So if I go to Novak and walk north, that's where I need to be. Alright, let me look over here real quick and see what else there is over in this area. Alright, so we're going to make our way over to Novak and then follow the road north and see if we can find out what it is they're looking for. You know, I should find a bed to lay in, I think. Augury says, when Starfield comes out, will you stream or do your own playthrough by yourself? I think the latter would be best. That is a great question, and I have not decided yet what I'm going to do. Because, yeah, it's totally different. Let me do 12. I mean, you're right, man. It's... Playing a new Bethesda game, especially like a new intellectual property for the first time in decades, basically. I don't want to rob myself of sort of enjoyment that I would have had I just be sitting on the couch playing it myself. I've been thinking about something I might do is do 2 concurrent playthroughs maybe. Or maybe just record my playthrough and then post the videos of me playing it without being a live stream. I'm not really sure. Good question, though. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm just hoping at this point, you know, I'll be going out to the Bethesda E3 showcase, hoping that they're going to show something new related to Starfield or really any other series. Maybe in the short term, a Fallout 3 remaster, hopefully for the Switch. What if I've been here before? No, I have not. Karthikeyan said, I think it'd be great if you do Elder Scrolls lore and speculation videos. I have done a bunch of them, man. You should check out some of my, I haven't done a bunch, I should say. I have done a few Elder Scrolls lore videos. I did one on the Dwemer, one on the Blades before the Blades mobile game came out. And I've done probably like 10 Elder Scrolls speculation videos for Elder Scrolls 6, I think. So if you look through my video history from a while ago, I mean, I've only had this channel now for 4 months. I started in February. You got my name right, Karthikeyan, right? Is that what it is? Is that what I said? All right, let's see what Old Lady Gibson here says.
Hi there. I'm Old Lady Gibson, or so they tell me. I've got odds and ends for sale, and I'm pretty good at fixing things, too. You might have noticed the very large building just north of here. That's Helios 1. The NCR runs the place, so it's off limits to prospectors.
Augury says, you need to kill one of the dogs and steal the brain for a later mission. I do not remember that mission. That is funny. Do you have any thrust control modules from Repcon in stock? As it so happens,
I do have some thrust modules, but they're expensive. 500 caps worth of expensive. Ha! Yes, you are quite the smooth talker. What the hell? $250 it is. Pleasure doing business with you.
Alright, so I'll keep this in mind whenever I decide I need to have to kill these dogs. Damn, I do not remember that quest. How many dogs are there? Wow. It's for the King's playthrough, or whatever they're called. Oh yeah, later on around when you finally get to New Vegas. Alright, well, that wasn't as much of a pain as I thought it was going to be, but let's see. Tell you, when I first played this game, it was on 360, and those loading times were a hell of a lot worse than they are now. Alright, here we go.
Have you found the components we discussed? Indeed you did, and they seem to be in excellent condition. All I need now is the igniting agent we discussed earlier. I'd start by visiting local junk merchants or traders and see if that turns anything up.
Alright.
Later.
Okay, so last thing here before we get to where we need to go. Local junk merchants and traders. So what I can do then is, again, go back over to Novak and then make my way from there. Tell you guys, I remember when I played Skyrim, I used to never fast travel because it would take so long. Augury says maybe they'll show a slight preview or something at E3 for Starfield like they did before. Maybe a longer one, seeing as they weren't speaking about it. Yeah, it was funny how Todd Howard made sure to say that they weren't be talking about Elder Scrolls or Starfield or featuring it or something like that, right? They didn't say they wouldn't show something. I will be shocked. They got something up their sleeve. I don't know what it is, but you don't get a huge venue like they did. Really just because the only thing that they've really confirmed is Doom. I think maybe they'll be showing more of the Elsewhere expansion for Elder Scrolls Online, but that will have already released. So they got something up their sleeve. I'm hoping that there's going to be a live musical Mick Gordon performance. That'd be interesting. All right, what's going on here? I'll take this radiation suit. So I'm reading his journal. It says, Day 1, love the suit. Can scavenge anywhere now. Screw the rads. I hereby christen myself Mr. Radical. I get it. Huh. Day 4, suit passed first test with flying. Yellow colors. Overnight visit to Yucca Mountain. Didn't go too deep because something big moved around further down the tunnel. Rad level high even where I was, and I didn't feel a tickle. Go rad suit go. Day 5, vomited all morning. Didn't splash on suit or I'd be pissed. Must be something I ate. Day 9, exciting. Ran across old woman's scrapyard. Bought glowing container for measly 50 caps. Heading for Clark Field to prove suit at higher rad levels. If it holds up, I'm going to pop this jar of goop open and pour it all over me. I bet I could swim in this stuff if I had enough of it. Oh yeah. Yeah, it worked out well for you, huh, guy? That's awesome. Alright. Let's finish this quest off, guys. So Augury says, we're probably going to show that arena part of Blades that's going to come out. Yeah, the player versus player. It'll be interesting to see how they do that, because that game is definitely pay for play. Or pay to win, I should say. So I don't know how they're going to even playing field. Not that I care. I don't care much about player versus player. But, hey, you know, there's a lot of people that are looking forward to that. Hey, WebDriver Torso. Oh god, E3 is soon. You are right. We are mere days away at this point. It's almost June. Alright, let's get this quest over with here.
Have you found the components we discussed? Yes, that's the stuff. And the container shielding must be intact or you'd be dead by now. Yes, I'll tell Jason that the great journey can begin. We have everything we need to launch the rockets, Jason. The great journey can begin.
Here we go.
Gather all. May the Creator guide my words and help me speak true. The Almighty Creator has seen fit to answer our prayers. The time has come for us to board the rockets and begin the great journey. Though it may seem that all humans despise us, the Creator has seen fit to instruct us differently. The journey ahead would have been impossible if not for the intercession of two human friends, one new, the other a long, abiding companion. To our new friend, we say thanks, and promise never to forget how he cleared from our path the demons who sought
I like that guy wandering around in the background.
To Chris, we owe more
Their little space helmets.
Chris, you have made this great journey a reality. From this moment forward, you will be remembered as the saint of the great journey. We shall never forget you. I ask that you forgive us, Chris, and give us your blessing. And we bestow ours upon you. Seekers, board the rockets. Take your seats. The great journey awaits. To the promised land we go.
The promised land.
To the far beyond.
Hey. Hello.
let's do this, guys.
Did you hear him? My God, you were right all along. I'm no ghoul. You were just using me. And dying would be worse than this? Used up and thrown away like garbage? Oh, so I've redeemed the human race, is that it? What a crock. The human race can't stand me. So, you want me to accompany you on your adventures across the wasteland, is that it? Life among humans again? That's what you're suggesting?
Yes, dude.
I guess it's the only chance I've got. Maybe it'll be different this time. I was never a saint before. I can't believe I'm agreeing to this, but I'll give it a try. You go launch the rockets. I'm on my way to Novak.
Alright, so how do I launch the rockets here? What am I missing? Augury says, I don't know how they are going to do PvP because you can fake purchases and get loads of gems currently, so if people do that, it's going to cause a massive problem with cheaters. Yeah, you're 100% right about that. I don't know what it is about Bethesda and having these issues with cheating, but 76 has all those duplication issues that happen. It seems like every new update, people are finding new exploits to duplicate. How am I supposed to launch this thing? What am I missing here? Alright, so I'm going to head back up this way. Let's say the launch area must be up here somewhere, I guess. I'm not sure though. I'm hoping that the launch area is in here. I don't know where else it would be, but we'll find out here in a minute, won't we? There we go. Hey, look at that. All right. Alright, well. Augury says I love this bit. Oh, I'm like to Novak again. Alright. The music. That's great. It's too bad I don't have the science skill to see where it was going. Alright, level 9. And let's do... Alright. Hey guys, I think I'm going to end it there for today. We're almost at 2 hours on the live stream. I need to get something to eat. I appreciate you guys sitting through this. I had a good time. I love Fallout New Vegas. I can't wait to continue to play more. So over the coming weeks, I'll be definitely live streaming some more. I also have more videos coming up, so really appreciate all the support from everybody. And that being said, that'll do it for today. You guys have a great rest of the week.